Mute, unmute. The button that sometimes works. Hey, everybody. I think you can hear me. Here we are. It's a Friday, Alden. It's Anytime with Ken and Alden. I'm Ken. That's Alden. We're back, baby. We're back.
Oh. Hello. We are back after the longest break we've taken since we created the show. It wasn't supposed to be that way, so thanks for bearing with us. Nothing's wrong. I was planned to be out of town, then it just happened to have 2 just off weeks where it was just best to let it ride until December.
Yeah.
But now we're here in what you might not realize is kind of the final edition of Anytime to feature a host in their 20s. Because it's over next week.
That changes everything. That changes the demographic appeal. That changes the marketing. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Pre-30 Alden for the final time on air. So
I love
enjoy it, y'all.
I love it.
Next week we're gonna talk about sports and fishing, and we're gonna move into whole new ground.
I love it. I just went to my doctor this week. He's like, "What are you here for?" It's like, "I'm turning 50 in April. Can we do something about that?" That was my whole appointment, was him talking about aging. So you're almost there. Go see your doctor and say 30, eh?
Did he pull out like a book of secrets? Like, is there any hidden knowledge that only 50-year-olds get? Did he help you out? No. Or he just said you're screwed?
He did what most doctors do. Yeah, you should just probably lose some weight. Okay.
Wow.
I'll get on that. I'm on that. I have a 2-pound bag of little smokies, those little mini hot dogs. I bought at an outlet grocery store. It's the worst meat in the world. Yeah, I'll finish those and get on that weight loss thing.
Let me review that for a second. That's a lot to take in. A 2-pound bag of smoked mini hot dogs. Yeah. Which, first of all, I should say I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know we could have a bag of mini dogs. That was not a thing I was aware of. And you got it at the outlet mall, which doesn't affect the taste, but probably kind of does.
The outlet store, yeah. Yeah. So I'm not asking just from the you're younger. Like, you didn't grow up with little Smokies, seeing little Smokies at the store.
No.
Oh, wow.
That's not a thing for me.
Little
it also could be regional.
I don't think it's regional because I don't know. That's a good question. No, it's not regional. It's a national brand. It's usually Oscar. It is little tiny mini hot dogs that got a little smoke flavor. The meat is leather shoe sole, cow butt parts. Like, it's not good. But as a kid, like, you get it, and it was so as a kid to be like, oh, a little hot dog. And I haven't touched them in 30 years, and I think I'm gonna make a short of them today. And I just was like, fuck it. I'm depressed. I'm broke. I can't, I don't know if anyone, I've been stress crying all morning today. Like, I'm like, so this is like last week. I was like, I bought them. And Alden, it's been like 7 days. I might have to toss them out. I can't finish them, and they make me sick.
So what we've determined is that the 30 years, they did not perfect the recipe in the time that you had your last bag and your current bag. There was no advancements were made in the field of Smokies.
And retroactively, my mom was right for saying, I'm not going to get those for you anymore. I don't think they're healthy.
No, she's right. She's right. Producer Steve here, he says mini-fied foods sort of weird him out. And I guess my question to that would be, so you don't like a fun-sized chocolate bar when they take a chocolate bar and they just make it short? That you don't like that either? Or this is just for like foods, burgers, dogs, meals that get shrunk? I need clarification on that.
That's an interesting AM radio talk show point, because I love the mini hot dogs, clearly. I love little mini cupcakes more than cupcakes, because a regular cupcake's almost too much for me. So I like just that. And then little mini tacos, like at Trader Joe's, you get the mini. They're just so cute. I mean, I have a Chihuahua, so I like mini things. Most of the women I've dated have been like 5'2" and under. Like, like tiny things. David McKay's about to have a mini pizza.
I enjoyed David McKay's comment. Where Dave McKay said, "Is it regional to the 1980s?" Yeah, yeah, it was a memory hold. Maybe they're back in stores because of like Stranger Things or something. Maybe it's like viral marketing. They're putting out all of the old treats from back in the day. Are you watching Stranger Things, by the way? We haven't talked about it. I know you watched some of it. At least when it started. You've seen like what, seasons 1 and 2 or something like that?
No, I've seen them all. Watched them all. Seen them all. I like Stranger Things.
You've seen them all?
Yeah, I've seen them all. Are we delayed again? Holy shit! This is a new studio. I built a new studio. There's just something wrong. There's just something wrong with the internet connection. There's something wrong with that.
But it doesn't happen in other studios.
No, and I rebuilt this studio, so there's something
that confuses me.
Yeah, we need what internet provider do you have?
Well, we're on Spectrum, but the thing is that I've run stuff out of our StreamYard for Casterly as recently as 2 weeks ago, no problems. Force Center, no problems.
Yeah,
and I joined from the back end with Force Center. Makes no sense.
I don't know. No, I've watched.
It's hard to not be conspiratorial about this because I just you know, we're talking about that today with like company consolidation and stuff, but I don't remember having as many problems on this broadcast until a certain somebody got unalived in public, and that seems like, oh, it's tinfoil hattie, but I'm dead serious. I don't remember it before that, so you know,
you might. Yeah, you might be right. I don't discount that there. Regarding the Stranger Things, I watched every episode. I liked it. I was a big fan of David Harbour and his character. That might be a contributing factor to why I'm just not interested. But it's the time thing. It's because it's not like Game of Thrones or it's not like Star Wars. It's something that's at top of mind for me. The wait killed it. I just don't care. I have no interest in it. I'll watch it maybe eventually, but no interest to keep up. I don't remember what happened.
I get you.
Yeah.
So
that
makes sense. I'm gonna back out and back in, see if we can do anything about this delay. Not that it really affects things usually, but we'll see what happens. I'll be right back.
All right, he's going to come back. So one of the things on the docket today we're going to talk about, this is just a chit-chat, paddywhack kind of show today. I'm not having the best of days. I didn't wake up till about 2 hours ago, and I've been stress crying all morning. Maybe I should hide that as a professional broadcaster, but no, that's kind of where my mind is. And that's just my own world, not even the state of the world. But part of that issue is what's going on with the WB and Netflix, because that is going to indirectly affect me. I don't necessarily have jobs lined up with those two companies, but it's going to take jobs. It's going to take production away. It's going to take places for people to go pitch to. And even though they'll keep the brand separate, I'm sure, if they follow through on some of the threats to shorten theater runs and all the stuff, that affects jobs going even just to go get a job cleaning a movie theater. So that's part of the stress as well. All right, you're back. How are we doing?
Seems fine right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's I came back while you were in the middle of the Netflix talk, so I guess we can just get into it. Real quick note on Stranger Things I did want to say, just because I know I brought it up and then we were delayed. Completely understand what you mean about the delays. It sucks. Obviously, caveats. We know that because there's a lot of like nerd coverage talk, and this happens a lot, as you know, with Force Center and everything in the Star Wars world or the Game of Thrones world with Casterly. Like, we're in the trenches of this, so we know. But there's a lot of like eye-rolly bullshit that like people love to throw around now at shows, at creators, at actors. That happens predominantly right now with Stranger Things of like, yes, we get it, they're older. Like, you're all very original for making the same joke 100 times of like, well, it took them this long to make, and it's like, yeah, but we also lived the same time. We know that there was a strike. We know 2 strikes. We know that there was the pandemic. Like, why? Like, Ahsoka is the same thing where like it's taking 3 years between seasons. Yeah, that sucks. But like, does anyone actually in good faith think that that's what the team wants? Nobody wants this. This is just where we arrived as an industry. It sucks. Nobody likes what's going on. The Duffer Brothers didn't sit around and say, we'll take a decade to tell our 5-year story. No, they didn't. They're trying to tell a 5-year story in spite of everything that's going on. And this sale is kind of, one of the biggest examples of like where we are at as a climate. It's not the first, obviously. Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery in the first place. Like, this consolidation has been happening. Amazon, MGM. It's horrible. Like, this is, but this is not news. This is just the latest nail in the coffin. And I think that, we should all, first of all, also acknowledge it's got to get approved. It's going to take a long time. This was not who the government wanted. And we have, a government now that is attempting state-controlled media. So they're going to throw a hissy fit. I'm sure that it wasn't the Ellisons that got it. And it took Disney 15 months to get their Fox purchase through. And they had the wind at their backs and like everything was going well for them. So this is going to be gnarly, I'm sure, in some ways. They've made their promises, like you were saying when I came back in, about we're going to commit to theatrical, we'll keep them separate. Warner Brothers is still going to be Warner Brothers. It doesn't affect anything that Westeros has going on. It doesn't affect DC Studios. Great, fine. But it's bad. It's bad. And I know that there's a level of money where you don't feel embarrassment anymore. But all these C-suite people should be embarrassed to just have they claim to understand business, but they have no understanding of the fact that you don't just roll over, sell something for parts and like move on and like maintain respect. Like maybe again, they live in a different reality. So maybe it's just like that is what they think success is. But this is so pathetic. The fact that David Zaslav can make what he makes by essentially lighting his, mom and pop's store on fire for the insurance money. Like that's what it is. And I don't understand why. I mean, I do understand. There's going to be a lot of I don't understand, but then I'm going to immediately say I do because the answer is late stage capitalism. And we do get that, but it's pathetic. It's pathetic that MGM and Fox and Warner Brothers all got swallowed by tech interlopers that don't know shit about fuck when it comes to storytelling. But that's where we're at. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the Max Netflix bundle.
Maybe I'll lower my monthly price. Yeah, look, and that's something out of the 70s. That's when the studio system, which was okay that it broke in many ways, but then when it became corporations. I mean, this is Letterman fighting GE in the 80s. This has been the long game, the long play, and I think you're right for a couple things. Actually, going back to the Stranger Things, I think you're right. No creator does want this. It's just the state of it, and so any ire I have is definitely at the just industry of just like. Life goes on, man. 3 years between shows, that's almost finishing high school again. Like think of that in terms of that. It's just too much life has gone by. Now you want me to reprogram my life again to sit down and watch something. It's like when the pandemic both changed and destroyed podcasting coming out of it in way in both directions. Everyone got a podcast. Celebrities now have it, but the people that used to listen to Force Center and anything on the Knapsack Files on the way to work don't do it anymore because they're all remote, which I prefer remote work. But it just everything gets changed, and sometimes you can't stop it. Sometimes it is what it is. But this whole thing, and you're right to point out that the deal still might not go through. There's still chances to fight it, all those kind of things. But it's just that if it's not Netflix, it might be something else, and it's just this inevitability of we're all going to be. This will be Blackstone's world, right? It'll just be Goldman Sachs owns everything, and we all see it, we all know it, and it's just been this role, and now it's happening in this way. And when I have friends, it's not even about friends in the industry, but I just friends in my age group that can't even get a job at a movie theater because they're not hiring. Like there is nowhere to go anymore. That's part of my stress tears this morning. There's nowhere to go. That's what this is all about for me too. More than just I'm not worried about DC, and I know you're not either. But like I'm just not worried. It's just this ground level shit.
Yeah, I think that like nerds get so into the weeds because like all they understand is like what they like. Like they're part of the problem in that way. And I'm using nerds very, very broadly. I really don't need somebody to try to woke scold me about nerds in the comments. Please trust me, I will destroy you if you try to do that. You know what I'm saying. I'm getting really tired of like you shouldn't, Alden, you shouldn't say Gen X because that's not everybody. Great. I've never once presumed to speak for everybody.
I have no problem bullying nerds. I have no problem bullying nerds. Nerds deserve to be bullied. And I was one, and I was bullied.
Yes.
I was physically assaulted at school for wearing Star Wars shirts, but I think some nerds need to get a slap.
I am one now, and I think that. I mean, I've said this before, like much like when we don't have wolves in the populations where we need wolves, it's like things just get out of control. The ecosystem is not what it should be. So it's like people are worried about DC and Martin stuff, and I wish that George R. R. Martin's had like an easy brand name for like his entire thing. I guess just Westeros or whatever. I know he has his production company, but like, whatever. All that stuff's gonna be fine because that stuff makes money. Like if you're a nerd and you care about that, you also know that James Gunn's whole DC enterprise is off to a great start. They have a bunch of stuff in the pipeline. They're promoting Supergirl starting this weekend. Like, don't worry about that. You need to be like more concerned with what it means for theaters, what it means for the guild. The issue is not, oh, are they going to suddenly scrap the next Superman? No. The issue is, will you have to do a mad dash to see it in the only 7 days that it's on screens? That's what you should be worried about. And it's going to change the way that the business even profits now. Because if Netflix, if this goes through and they want to move the focus away from the theatrical window, then that means that we're now going to rely on home as our secondary market for a movie success. Opening weekend won't matter as much. First week gross won't matter as much. But how do you move to that second metric without the home video market? Because that used to be the thing. That's that Matt Damon clip that goes around. One of the only good clips that Hot Ones ever produced, which is about, why the home video market was so awesome because you have to open your movie twice. And now the same people that killed that market are going to be the ones that also need a secondary market now. It is empty. It doesn't make sense. Sorry. I apologize.
Are you telling me questions written by a staff and memorized and they're awkward with too many syllables are bad questions? Just because there's chicken wings in front of them, that we allow it. You released an album in 2009. How did you know that? I don't know. I don't know. Fucking shit. We're still delayed. Molly Damon's here. No one bullies nerds better than other nerds. I love bullying nerds. I love bullying nerds. I just, most of them don't know how to fuck with the lights on. And I just have grown tired of them over the last 10 years in the space. Oh, did we lose all? We lost Alden completely. Alden faded out completely. Oh, yep, he's gone. He's booted. The internet booted him. Internet booted him. Look at that. Look at that. He's done. He didn't do that on purpose. He's got to reset a router. This is a router issue. You got to reset your router.
Literally, no. I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad in general because this is literally not a fucking router issue because not a single fucking thing in the house has even blipped. I've literally got shit down. I've got whole ass fucking 4K fucking 60 frames games downloading in 2 minutes. I got fucking like every single thing in this house is fucking fine right now. It's this that is fucking us. It is this. Wow. It was just on StreamYard 2 nights ago recording a whole ass RPG. It's this. And it's annoying the shit out of me.
It's annoying. It's annoying because I built a new studio. So if the other studio had bad mojo in it, it's gone. Something with the connection. I'm on my newer computer. You're on a computer. We need to look up. We need to write StreamYard. We need to write a stern letter to StreamYard. Stern letter.
It's fucking StreamYard because they're busy bogging this shit down with stuff nobody asked for. I don't want fucking AI. I don't want all this nonsense in here. Just make something that works. That's the other thing too. Fucking AI. Like I've tried to be diplomatic about it on previous episodes of this, but let me just say right now, if you're watching this and you're an AI person, you're a fucking loser. I'm getting real sick of you people. I'm really fucking tired of this AI shit. A lot. I don't care if it's Chat GPT because you don't know how to study. You're a fucking loser. You need to cut that shit out. Like I'm pro. If you are anti-AI, you're not anti-AI enough.
Yeah.
Heat. You should be bullying people.
Yeah, I get it. It's still a
who knows, Tully, man. Who knows? Who even knows?
No, it's
who even knows?
It's something I don't know, Tully. It's just it is truly just this. It's just us and our connection. Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of people concerned I'm calling them out for
It's
nerds.
just
No,
this.
I'm not calling anyone out here. I'm usually calling the nerds are more of the stereotypical late 80s cinephile nerds that I absolutely despise.
Look at this comment.
Alan's right.
C3PO is AI, R2D2 is AI. No, they're not. They're not AI. You want to know how I know they're not AI? Because they
Why
have
is that?
souls, because they feel and they think and they have self-determination. So they're not AI.
Do you believe
not
droid rights?
Good try then. Well, it's just like they I mean, Star Wars droids in general, it's that weird thing of like they only have as much soul as the story requires. It's like some of them are like revolutionaries and then other ones are literally stairs. So it's like, yes, this is all it's not one size fits all, but like they're not they're people. So they feel fear. Like the fact that R2 can scream, the fact that R2 can scream and feel fear, the fact that R5 can feel like anxiety about his fucking messed up motivator, like 3PO's whole thing of having generalized anxiety disorder. Like these are humans. They're people. They have souls. They have hearts and minds and thoughts.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're, steps, and they carry capes.
That's the stairs thing is that's too real. That's too real. Anyways, we'll try to power through this. I'm with you. Nothing burns me more when tech doesn't work the way it's supposed to. That's when I start throwing things and breaking walls, and it's frustrating to try to run a show here because I didn't do the show we didn't do the show mostly last month, and I lost $25 off paying StreamYard, and it's just I'm doing this to survive, and you are too, and it's just fucking frustrating. But that's also part of it. That's also going to your. I feel your AI frustration.
Well, it's frustrating
I think
for a lot of reasons, and there's a lot of shit, like I don't want to. There's a lot of stuff I don't want to get into on air because I'm not trying to be like sour grapes at like other people and everything. But it's like there are so many people that are so fucking grifty and so fucking losery and just so fucking useless.
Right.
That just con people to like handle all this shit for them and then don't pay those people. And it's always like, bro, I got you, bro. Just help me out. Run the back end on the stream or whatever. And we don't do that as a point of like integrity. And because we're not ever trying to like not pay people and stuff. And we're just constantly fucked for it. And it's like really fucking annoying me. Like I'm reaching my wit's end with this entire enterprise of whatever the fuck this is. Because it's like it's not like that was another thing I was going to talk about this week was the I heart guaranteed human pledge where it's like look at how now that it's proven to be shit and that they can't profit off of it and they're ending up in court because of it and everything's falling apart and Peter Thiel's dumping his shares and all that stuff. Now you're seeing already the early signs that in 2026 and 27, guarantee you it's going to be very in vogue to be pro-human again. This will go the way of NFTs. It's never going to be totally gone, but we're going to end up now where it's going to be, oh, no, we're for the people again. And I'm telling you, I will never forget everybody that was so quick to turn and try to ride the wave and then comes crawling back as somebody who was directly affected by it. The fact that we made programs like this shittier just so now we could walk it back. It's like how many jobs had to be lost along the way to this little blip, this little experiment that we had because this is an unserious country that can't regulate a fucking thing.
The pivot to
now
the pivot to video. Yeah, the pivot to video energy. Yeah. No, but again, that's what this
it's the same thing.
Yeah. That to this potential merger is it's the how unstoppable it seems, and that's where it gets frustrating. But you're right. Some other things have died, and parts of this will always stay. But it is usually the people around it. It's my take on nerds. I love nerd culture. I'm a nerd, but there's a bunch of them around the scene where you're just like, man, you make it difficult to love it all. So okay, we're in agreement there. Brady says, "Imagine having a regulation for AI content on the web." I mean, that's what's so yeah. that's where it gets scary. We can all look at the Tilly Norwood actor thing, and we all know it's bad, but it blah blah blah. But it's when the email or the text gets sent from grandma to grandma of AI of Joe Biden groping kids or something in front of them, and then they're just like, "Don't you see?" And it's like, or the one that was direct to my life of the riots in LA, the war zone that the buildings were burning, and I'm like, that's an AI picture, mother. That's AI. Oh, really? Yes. Do you stop for a second? But most people aren't. Yeah, most people aren't. We're all scrolling, we're all moving, we're all seeing, and that ties into what you're saying of just the griftery nature of it all. Scary, frustrating.
It's also really frustrating, and this is going to sound like a whiny, bitchy complaint, which I guess is my tone today, just in general. So whatever. It's especially frustrating when you live a nerd life and you're so involved in conversations that are nitpicky anyway. And let's use two that we've both said just for the sake of it, right? Let's own this as nerds. So it's like, we're both Star Wars fans, as you all know, or if this is your first time watching, you might not know, but we're big Star Wars fans. I'll say one that I've said, and I'll say one that you've said, and these are on the record things, so don't worry, I'm not going to oust any gossip. But we've in terms of special effects, you were outspoken about how in Obi-Wan Kenobi the snow speeder effect looked bad. Yeah. And how that didn't land for you. I've talked about how in that show there was a couple things, but one that I always go to is how much I don't like the way that the sand looks in Attack of the Clones. When the footprints are on the sand, it just looks so melty and weird. There are things like that come up. We sometimes, to be funny or sometimes because we're just being nerdy, that we nitpick and we talk about. So it's we're so in the trenches of what looks real and what doesn't, and we talk about it in fun ways. Sometimes we talk about it in annoying ways, or sometimes it becomes discourse of, oh, look at that. The coffee cup is a great example. Our friend Scotty Darrow brought that up to us this week of the Game of Thrones coffee cup. How could they leave that in? Oh, it takes me out of it. We're so in that when we're confronted with people that aren't even so far away from any visual analytical ability that they can be fooled by shit like that, by fake riot videos and fake fires and things, I think it becomes more frustrating because it's there have been AI photos that have been eerie where I see them and I'm like, eesh, that's creepily accurate to how that person looks or whatever. It has happened, but by and large, most of the stuff that goes viral looks like fucking dog shit. It looks like absolute dog shit. And it's how I don't know, do we need people like your mom to be watching more films? I don't know what the solution is, but it's the fact that it is at all easy to fool them with this bullshit, awful looking, your mother's lived a whole life. She knows what fire looks like. So it's how do we end up in this spot?
Because I'll tell you what,
do that. I don't know.
Yeah. I'd say it's not the photos. I think you're looking at the wrong spot. I think it's trust in what comes across. Because there's a photo going around of one of the directors, the brother directors, I forget their names now, even though I met them in an airport in New Orleans, the Marvel brother directors, not the Jonas Brothers, on set with Tobey Maguire, Pedro Pascal, and Hugh Jackman, right? And it's set, and I saw someone break it down this week. It's AI influence, but it would have fooled me until you stop and go, well, the height of the actors, the camera right here on the side is wrong. There's a bolt on it, and I think what I think's happened with my mother. I not to discount what you're saying. I'm just saying it isn't her about not knowing what fire looks like, or it's her just going, oh, I saw this on a thing that used to be trusted, a newspaper, a digital newspaper, and I have fallen for that deer's on a trampoline. That's crazy. Oh wait, that is AI. But just because you're 2 a.m. scrolling and you're like, oh, that deer's having fun on it. Oh fuck. And I just think it's we have just too much trust in the way which we receive the information. And then you have to get in the game of, like you said, well, that doesn't look right. that Hugh Jackman has 6 fingers.
That's a good point. Yeah. It's more so people, especially people of a certain age, haven't been taught because they didn't grow up on the internet like I did, or they're not inundated with it all the time like us and our friends. They have yet to reckon with the fact that their spaces have been corrupted. that their
Yeah.
platforms have been corrupted, that the delivery mechanism is bankrupt and shot. And that does make sense. That does make sense. Because there have been some where I just like, I see it going around and I'm like, you know, and we can end up in a larger conversation too of like, not only how does it fool you, but why do you enjoy it at all? Because sometimes they're not fooled and they're just like, I don't know, it's funny. Like, who cares? Like, and
but
that's just, that's almost worse because it's like, you are I'm not trying to be like weirdly spiritual or like too like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not trying to be preachy, but like, I genuinely think that people that like think that like AI images are funny, like you guys are, in as much as I understand it, you guys are the devil. Like you.
Sorry, I agree. I agree. I agree because like, and this is, you know, it's obviously personal taste, and you know, don't want to yuck yums and everything, but like Jen Landa and I had a conversation that broke out unfortunately this past week. Yeah, how we both hate Reels sketches and TikTok sketches. Because for the most part, there is some real creativity out there, but there's for the most part, it is hack jokes with bad acting that are just like, forget the fact that this is popular. These people are just doing what is popular. Props to them. Why is this popular? It's the age-old thing. But like, I got a friend who uses like AI videos, and it's like he's an action movie star, and everything. I'm like, this isn't good. This isn't funny. This isn't anything. Forget the AI aspect of it. If you shot this for real, I'd still be like, this fucking sucks, man. Like, what are you doing? So that's a whole nother angle. I really agree with you on.
For sure. No, it just sucks. Like it sucks. And I think it is like, obviously I'm joking when I say that they're the devil, but I do think that there is something very anti-soul about it. If you believe in the human soul, if you don't, like whatever you want to quantify it as, you want to talk about soul, essence, energy, pick your poison on what it is. But there is something really fucking anti-human and anti-art and anti-belief and anti-spirit about embracing this shit. It is really like, you know, again, I'm not a religious person, so I'm not coming at it whole cloth from that angle. But when you put in the context of like what darkness really is supposed to do, it's supposed to be a distraction, right? Like when you boil it down, it's supposed to distract you from whatever the path is my understanding. And obviously every faith has a different view on that, but it's just, I can't think of anything more blatantly anti what we're supposed to do and feel, and then the shit that's going on right now with like if you message me right now on Instagram more than 2 things, it gives me the option to summarize what you said. It's like, what? Like, you should have the right to fly over here and punch me in the face as hard as you can if I summarize 2 messages from you. That is a blatant, I will say this right now, I will take it as a fucking disrespect if somebody summarizes in a meta chat what I did. That's dishonor. Just don't fucking talk to me after that. You're lazy. That is laziness. I respect it more if you're like, hey, I don't have the bandwidth to respond right now. I'll get to you later. Yeah. Just do that.
Even with your text threads, even if you get 9 from you, can't summarize it. Can't have Gemini wrap it up in a nice little bow.
No, because if I take the time to write as much as I do, you should be fucking honored. That means that we have something special.
Love it.
Ridiculous.
Love it. I don't.
It's ridiculous. It is anti-graven images. It's also anti-idolatry, which has been a problem as of late.
Well, so this whole thing too. I have to admit, I'm not fully steeped in it yet or at all. It just popped up a little bit this week with a clip from Rogan that I think was real. I got to be honest, Alden. I don't know if it is, but that a lot of people are looking at AI as some sort of pathway to the arrival of the Antichrist, or that Mother Mary will return as AI. Like, and I'm starting to hear that. I'm starting to hear that from some of the old folks in my life. Of I believe AI will be that's the Antichrist right there, and that's starting to scare me too. Not that I think that's real, but just that like what now becomes.
But you know what?
No.
You know what? Good though. Good. I'll take that.
Because at least it's bad.
Weaponization. I will take. It's better that they're saying that it's AI than I don't know, Zoran. Like
Yeah.
like I remember I grew up during Obama as the Antichrist, so
Yes.
it's like I will take this over that. Like I will like, because that's the thing. I said this to somebody recently because we were having a real faith-based conversation on an ideas level, and I said, look, I understand in many ways how a lot of faith-based people and evangelicals arrived at this point. But I, as somebody who was, they attempted to bring me up Catholic, so it's like I remember a few things. It's like I cannot think of anything more directly anti-Christ-like than Hexeth right now, than AI right now, than Mike Johnson right now. Like particularly Hexeth with the whole, we're not going to be peacemakers anymore, we're warriors, we're all that. It's like, listen, motherfucker, I know you guys haven't read, the Beatitudes, but it's like, but some of us did. And it's like, it's like, I know for a fact that you are 1,000 million % antithetical to the ethos of Christ as written.
100%.
Now you can make
100%.
up whatever Jesus you want to, like, make it happen. I guess that's what it all is anyway. It's like, rebooting Marvel or DC Comics every once in a while. We just throw it all away and start at number 1. I know that's what you guys have done, but the AI is part of it. Like it's part of it because it's saying that things aren't real. They don't matter. Like, who cares? We don't need artists. Who cares?
Are we in the new 52 of Jesus and the Apostles? Are we in the DC's new 52 era? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
But yeah, I
is happening right now.
I know, and I agree with you. And it's something
a shittier, edgier version of who they were.
That's true. No, I've been on this for a while, obviously because of my faith background and still some of my faith beliefs of the calls are coming from inside the house, and it's almost a willful misinterpretation, I think. But it's also there's also generations upon generations of interpretations that are being exploited, and a lot of folks, going back to my AI thing of just like they can no longer trust the source, or they shouldn't trust the source, which is often maybe sometimes people behind the pulpit or something like that, and that's causing a lot of the problems too, where there's just, that's why someone like Fugelsang, who in his book is interesting, of just like using the actual word of God to fight this stuff. There's a great author, a commentator, Amy Hawk, who does this as well, who like, all right, let me actually use the verses to point this out. And I still think people, you can lead them to water, they just don't want to make the disconnection from their spot. Hexeth is dangerous. He's involved with a church, this guy Doug Wilson out of Moscow, Idaho, who is just complete white Christian nationalist, just complete monster of a human being, hiding behind that pulpit. And that's scary stuff. It's scary stuff. It's rather intentional on people like Hexeth. I always say it wrong because of that baseball player. I don't care.
You know what? He doesn't deserve his name to be pronounced correctly. This might be an unwoke take of mine, an unwoke take from a young woke man. When it comes to, like, there's a level of evil that you can hit where I don't give a fuck about respecting, like, your whole, like, the whole, like, Kanye versus Ye thing. It's like, you're Kanye forever. I don't give a fuck what little bit you're doing now about your Ye. You have one name. You're not Prince. You're not cool enough to be Prince. You're not half the man Prince was. Shut the fuck up. So when it comes to you mispronouncing Hesketh, say whatever you want. You can call him literally anything you want. He doesn't deserve the effort of you.
But I just feel sorry for Joe Hexeth, who was a Major League Baseball pitcher, mostly for the Expos, who now he's living a good life. In fact, who knows? He might be on his side. But Hexeth. I also have a little bit of a learning disability, and I did go to my doctor yesterday to start my journey on discovering if I have ADHD, which I'm pretty sure I do. So check in with me later, Alden, when I get my drugs. No, I feel beyond just beyond.
What might I ask was that like?
Oh, I literally have just got a phone number. I went to my general practitioner and was like, hey, and he was like, yeah, you got to go through, this wing, so I got to make that call. And he's like, I warn you, it's pretty busy. A lot of people think they have this, and I'm like, yeah, a lot of people do. So I think I'm one of those. So we'll see. But that Detective McCarthy says me on ADHD.
Yeah,
medication will be unstoppable.
Medicated Ken. That's going to be big.
We'll see. We'll see. I worry about. I am.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Always been cautiously against meds because I don't want to destroy what actually makes me, especially as a creative. But it's been 25 years of a failed career because I can't focus on things long enough to build them. So I'm looking forward to it. No, we just wait.
I'm very pro trying things out. I practical medications myself. I've been down that road. I know.
Yeah,
I know. This is so unbelievably frustrating.
Thank
unbelievably
you
frustrating is this whole StreamYard situation right now. But watch. I'll call into Force Center and it's gonna work fine. It'll work fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, you and I are fine before we press record. There's something in the recording of it all, or when we go live. When you and I are in the queue ourselves here planning the show, there's no delay. It's the moment we go live.
It's like,
to be clear, I want to be clear. Sorry. I have not been officially diagnosed. Sorry, I've not been officially diagnosed. I'm in the process of seeing. All right, he's trying something this time. You guys are great. Producer Steve's got a brownie recipe right up my alley. All right, we'll do that. All right, let's see. Alden's going to restart everything here. He's coming back. Breaking news. Alden's back. Alden's back, baby. All right, a little fuzzy. You're a little fuzzy.
It takes no time to get back in because once I close, I refresh tabs in 2 seconds. Internet's fine. Get back in. I pull up YouTube sometimes just to see if it loads a video quick. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I believe you. I just don't. Yeah, if anyone out there, and if anyone out there has an answer, any of you techies have an answer, let us know.
We're not gonna pay you though.
How can I?
Make sure you don't take Alden has been crunchy all day. Ken is perfectly clear. Yeah, and then sometimes on Force Center it's the other way.
Yeah.
Force Center just chooses arbitrarily one person to be crunchy the entire time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's Ken, sometimes it's Joseph. It just doesn't.
Yeah, and that often has to do because we're uploading files on StreamYard while we're going live, which is something we should stop doing, but we have to. All right. What else is on? What else on the mind? We've discussed a lot of things. We're both in raw emotional states. We'll be here throughout December, up until maybe Christmas week. But thanks for letting us take those couple weeks off. But as I figure out my life, and you figure out yours.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
the other thing I wanted to bring up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Please go ahead.
Oh, no. That's a good question. I do not have plans for the holidays because I don't care. And that's where I'm at this point. I kind of, you and I both did our Thanksgivings pretty much alone. We ate, we watched stuff, and that was nice for me. I I'll see my family. Like, it's like I'm not ever gonna not see my sister and her children. I'm like, oh, of course I will. But I just I don't know. I'm tapped. I'm stuck in this place where it's like winter has always been my favorite season, but the last few winters I've arrived at them with no gas left, and they've just been like this no man's land of the year. And it definitely feels like that again.
That's a great way to look at it. I think a lot of us are experiencing that, and maybe the holidays were always that and everything. But I think you and I are not alone. I talked to someone last night at a birthday party. It was like, I spent Thanksgiving alone too. I had a little thing, but I left there early and spent the next couple of days alone. I think there's a lot of planes coming into land with no landing gear down. Just trying to, and whatever peace the concept of a new year brings, it's not it's almost a man-made reality. But I do believe in the spiritual turning of the page, where like, okay, we can clear out some of the energy. But yeah, I think you're really right. The last couple of years for me too has been I don't know if we're gonna make it. Here's the runway. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's just it's hard to, because again, I enjoy it. Like I don't enjoy summer at all. Summer is my least favorite of the four. It's hot and sweaty and gross, and everyone wants to do things that I don't really personally enjoy, which is fine. Like do them, but like that limits the options of like what I will attend, because I'm not going to the beach hang and things like that. But then fall's pretty good. Spring is, whatever. But winter was always my zone. I loved winter. My birthday's there. I love the cold. I love the vibe. But now it's like adulthood kind of robs it of you, because all you can think about is dollars and cents and time, and you're grading your progress. Did I do anything? Oh, here we go. And honestly, the fact that my birthday is in the season has now become a negative, because now I have a personal turning of the page on top of just the year ending. That just psychologically amplifies the feeling. And yeah, it's like, I just, like you said, it is definitely landing it without the gear. We are still flying half ship. That's how it feels. Ending up in December.
Well, summers in Florida are different than anything I experience. This I know. My summers, especially in my hometown. Yeah, my hometown summers were like a little hotter. The fog burned off quicker. It was cold beach time. But Alden, not a beach kid. Alden doesn't like some shorts and a tank top in the sun.
God, no. First of all, it should be noted for anybody that wants to buy me things or fantasize about me sexually, of course, I don't own shorts. So you have to remove shorts from your fantasies or your visions of Alden and Ken partying or doing anything. But it's not even exaggeration. I literally, physically, you could rip my room apart. You could look through every box. There aren't any. I haven't had shorts since I was in middle school. I don't own them. So that's just, I do not, they're not accessible. And I think that there is somewhere I have a bathing suit for like the emergency situation, where it's like someone's bachelor thing is like there's a or something, like it's like and like I can't not attend. But yeah, I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't care. If I want to see live music, if say there's a band, let's say I have a choice, just for the sake of argument, my favorite band is MCR. If MCR is playing in an arena or they're headlining a festival and I have the option to go to either, I'm picking the arena 10 times out of 10. I don't want to experience, like, being outside in the festival setting for me takes away from the enjoyment of the live music. You feel?
I don't. The concept of festivals just seems like sweat and outhouses, and I don't like that at all. You and I share the shorts take. It's not even a take. It's all personal preference, obviously. Producer Steve wants us to release the calves, but for me, I stopped owning shorts 15 years ago. No, I'll be honest, about 12 years ago, and it was the oversized cargo shorts. And I think I told the story. I walked into an after party, not a party, but an after gathering at a bar following a Groundling show. I was watching my buddy Matt Key, and my friend Megan and I walked over to meet them, and I wasn't planning to go out that night. And I had shorts on and like strappy sandals. And I walked in, and I just have never seen an entire group of people look at me and question my existence. And they were right. You shouldn't do that. And so I got rid of the shorts and those sandals shortly after. I've never turned back. I just have never felt confident. I have leg days. My legs are okay. I don't look like The Rock, but I got some muscles on them. I'm fine with that. But I don't feel the world needs to see them. It's a favor from me to you.
I feel similarly. My legs are fine. A couple people have even told me that they like them, because I've got like, some just, I got thick, powerful legs. I got big calves, but I just, they're pasty. They're the whitest part of my body outside of my ass cheeks. They're just like, I have no leg hair whatsoever. That's another thing too, is that I'm pretty
That's
hairless.
okay.
So it's
That's
like
all
there
right.
isn't even that. Like
Eh,
they just
I don't.
yeah,
mm,
it's just no one
I
wants
don't. I don't want to get. I
nobody.
don't want to turn off. I don't want to turn off our audience, but I'm pretty hairless too, if you know what I mean. Up
Oh
and
yeah.
down. I came from the world of pro wrestling.
If you know what I mean.
That stuff hasn't been on my body since I was 20. True story. So it ain't that. I got hair in the legs.
Look at
It's hard
Look
to
at
keep
this.
up.
Look at
Yeah,
Look at
nah.
this guy.
It's also about the shoes.
This
It's
guy
also
saying
about
that
the
it's
shoe.
because it's cargo. I'm buying you shorts for Christmas. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
This is
I
the problem is the shorts. Period. It's not about the kind of shorts.
Yeah. I understand. I understand where Steve's coming from, and there's some nice, stylish shorts. I think it's possible for other people. I just it's not like my view on polo shirts that I just think are just let's where style and coolness go to die. I'm just saying it's for me. I'm not comfortable. I'm not my best self in shorts. And again, it's the footwear thing. So, all right. So I get a pair of these nice Lululemon shorts. Then what? Sandals, Crocs, ankle high socks. And I can't if you put little socks around my, like the bottom of my ankles, I flip the fuck out. I only feel them. It's like if you pull them up to my knees, I don't feel the socks on. And that's not the look I want to have in public. But if I got the little anklets, my skin gets creepy crawly, Alden. I can't do it.
My skin gets creepy crawly. I relate to that. Yeah. So anything. So living in Florida and being anti-shorts seems pretty masochistic. Man, I'm anti a lot of things that Florida is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine when I tell you that the shorts are just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
This is not the place that I was meant to be in, but I got dragged here as a child before I was making decisions. So
where would you go? Where would not in terms of industry, but in terms of where Alden's heart belongs?
Money is no object, I assume, for the purposes.
Yeah, where does your soul go? Yeah.
The most I've enjoyed just like palling around in a place was probably Chicago. If not Chicago, I felt similarly in London. So those would probably be my gut answers right now.
Okay. I got two friends moving to London. I got two separate friends, independent of each other, moving to London. So maybe that's your spot. Join Maddie Gunner out there.
Maybe that's where we should be. Matty Gunner says we shout out Matty Gunner. We love him. And he's in the comments, yeah, buddy, but he wants to leave.
He's desperate to get here.
What kind of endorsement is this? You want to switch spots with me? Maddie, we should just do that. We should just switch spots. You want to hang out with Puerto Ricans? You can come here. I'll go over there.
That's great.
Your band will probably have to break up unless they all come here because I can't do shit. I can't sing. But
I think that's a good idea. Let's do a trade. It's good old-fashioned baseball trade. Good old-fashioned baseball trade.
Foreign exchange.
Yeah. Yep.
Foreign exchange between two emos.
We'd like to announce a trade between the United Kingdom, the United States. Matty Gunner and a second-round draft pick has been traded to America for Alden Diaz and cash considerations.
The Holiday 2. Oh, yeah, the Holiday 2 would be sick. That'd be great. Come to China. I'll cook it. Come to China?
Brady, you're not in China right now.
Ken,
you're not
I know that, like...
I could take a bus to get to Brady. I know where he is.
I know, Ken, that we don't hang out on the same corners of the internet, and sometimes I see things first because I hate myself more and I'm on my phone a lot. And then they things trickle out to you eventually. Are you familiar with how in China is right now? as a meme culturally? Like how like China is cooler now than it's ever been. Has this come across your desk?
No. Mm-mm.
So China, there's this idea, it's a lot to explain, but there's this idea of that we are experiencing the American century of humiliation right now because of just the way that everything is going. And that China, because they there's a lot of things that led us here, but like the tariffs and like just the way that President Xi handles Trump and like that China stock is up and culturally. So it's like there's a lot of memes now that are like, wow, I just want to be walking around Chongqing with my boys, smoking cigarettes and indoor fishing. Like people are starting to romanticize the idea of living a Chinese lifestyle.
Okay.
So maybe that maybe that's where we're headed. And honestly, Ken, the idea of sitting around with you in the rain, smoking cigarettes, and then going indoor fishing and having a beer and riding the train, that sounds pretty beautiful, to be honest.
I mean,
that sounds awesome.
Most of those things I'm not up for, but train, rain, we'll do that.
You wouldn't do indoor fishing if I invited you?
I wouldn't do fishing. No fishing for me. That's a no can do.
I don't like it either, but it sounds. But indoors after smoking cigs when you're a little drunk, it sounds fun. Indoor shrimping and things like that.
No,
that sounds great.
I'll eat it.
To be honest,
I'll eat some popcorn shrimp, but I ain't gonna fish for it. I don't want to be reminded. I don't want to be reminded. All right, so you want wintry locations, the hot, muggy Florida, too close to family. You want to run free in a big urban environment with some with a scarf and a jacket pulled up around your neck.
Oh, absolutely. I want to walk around doing my best, like Kendall from Succession cosplay. I want to see lights. I want noise. I want to eat shitty pizza. Like that's, I was not meant for and I literally live in like a rapidly growing horse town right now. So I'm so far from where I actually need to be. Thank you, by the way, Osvetnik, for suggesting that I marry a British widow with adorable children. I don't understand why I couldn't meet somebody who hadn't experienced heartache. Osvetnik. Seemed interesting choice that you immediately went to widow. I don't know what that says.
Because I'm picturing some turn of the century high collar, rich kind of Gilded Age kind of British lady. Hello, Olden. These are my children. Gulliver, Charles.
Yeah.
That's what
Gulliver Diaz, my future heir. Producer Steve says, and this is a sports thing, so you have to explain it to me. We can get a conditional pick for Alden. Cash is worthless.
Yep.
So what does that mean when you get a conditional pick?
That means so if we get one, if we get a draft pick from England, from the UK, and the position of the pick will be dependent on how they finish in the standings. So if they do good, maybe the pick isn't as good. If they do bad, we get a better pick. Yeah. That kind of thing. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, cash. What's the point of cash? Cash don't carry. Yeah. It's He's picturing Sound of Music. That's what
I see. Alden moves here.
Take it. Go for it.
With Amelia Clark. See, I would never do that though. I would never do that. I would never do that to you, Ken. I would never do that to you.
As I said in my stand-up joke,
I would introduce the two of you.
Nah, there's no way she's coming to America to meet me at an Applebee's. Just not happening. Just not happening. All right.
God, she probably have so much fun. She has a good sense of humor.
I'm not that funny off stage. I'm not that funny. I'm pretty boring. You have to. I'm like Steve Martin.
You're fun.
Yeah, you're not trying to date me. I'm like Steve Martin when you try to date me. I just want to sit at home.
That's true.
Do puzzles and I don't even do puzzles. There you go. All right, I got to think about where I would.
We need to get you some.
I think we're of a similar mind. I like mostly urban, gray landscapes kind of cities. London would be on it. London would be on it. I gave up the New York dream a long time ago. I couldn't hack it in Manhattan or anything. It's not my thing. I like visiting. But Seattle's on the list.
Yeah, I've never spent any meaningful time there.
It's wonderful. I love it. Love the vibe. Love the weather. Love the place. Love the suburbs. Love the rain. It's a good spot. Love the music. Yeah,
That'd be great.
Seattle. Do it. All right. Is that it? I think that's it because we can barely hear each other now.
You know, in a better life, we'd be out in Seattle. You'd be doing AM radio out there, or AM radio. You'd be doing FM radio. You'd be on an AM shift, and you know, there would be peace in our time. You'd be able to recommend people music.
Peace in the neighborhood. Yeah, I had a friend who left stand up in LA, went to become a morning show host in Seattle, mid 2000s on the radio. I don't think that job exists anymore. I don't even know if he exists anymore. But yeah, it's a dream. It's a dream. I should have been on Real World. I think it was Real World 6 or 7 when they went to Seattle, and they were all worked at radio station, and I was gonna audition for it. My life would have changed. It didn't. All right. Well,
the last thing I will say here is because we're gonna wrap in a sec. Producer Steve brought up poor Dua. Now that of course I thought about it, but like if I'm going over there, it's like I'm not worthy of this. I've lived a life of sin and misery. It's like I would never even want to drag down her vibe. I'm comfortable where I am. I'm comfortable where I am. I don't simp in the way of like I should be with her. No. I need her out there doing great deeds to give me a reason to carry on. So it's a very different relationship. That being said, every time she posts a photo, my heart does skip a beat. So, you know.
I do. I understand you.
And yes,
right.
Ken should be in Japan.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I could function over there. We'll see. I'll try one time. I'll get over there. Paris is on the list, but it's a little busy. All right. That's it. We got through it, kind of. I'm literally, as we're talking, I'm looking up StreamYard issues, and it all is about, connection, computer overload, network congestion. None of that seems to make sense. So we'll figure that out, everybody. Hang with us.
We'll run some tests. We'll run
some tests. We'll see you next time here on Anytime with Ken and Alden. What show is this? All right, bye.